First of all, what is a function? Function is basically a subprogram that is designed to perform a particular task. A function can be invoked when called. Second of all, values can be passed in a function within a function. Third of all, function always has a return value. When there's no return value, it is undefined. Last of all, functions are objects. Here's an example on how to create a function in JavaScript. So you start off by opening the script tag, then you declare your parameter like this. Variable var, this is the reserved word, y, and this is your function name, my number, and this is your parameter argument. This line here, document.getElement by ID, and so on, is basically you calling to get the value from the HTML. Next line is basically calling a function. This is how you call a function. This is how it will execute the task. So your function name is, this is a reserved word function. Your function name is my number as stated above here, and this will be passed, 5 will be passed to A, 2 will be passed to B, and then 5 will be here, 2 will be here, so 5 times 2 will be 10, and we will pass back here, and you close your script tag.
So we just know how to create and declare a function in JavaScript. For now we're going to show you about global function. So global function can be declared outside any function. It's in either in the HTML or in the body. You can define it outside and inside the JavaScript. So that's why it's called a global scope. And the other one is the global function cannot be modified. Unlike any other functions like alert or my number, my function, we can rename that. But for global function we cannot rename it. So that's why we call it built-in function. Take 6 global functions, and these are the very common types that is used in JavaScript. So first off is not. So this one is not a number, that's the full name. So it determines whether a value is illegal or not. So this function will help you determine if the number is illegal. And the brother for this is finite. So finite will instead of determine the value if it's an illegal number, it will be a finite or legal number. So the other two parts is string and number. So string will convert the object value into a string, very self-explanatory, and the number is the same, but it will convert the object value to a number. So the last twin would be parse in and parse float. So these two will parse a string value, and so for parse float it will return a floating point number, and the parse in it will return an integer value.
Hello guys, my name is Ammar. So today I'll show you how the function works in text form. Okay, this is the example of the HTML code and JavaScript function, and then this is the output for the code. Okay, first of all, when you declare a function, you have to create a function outside the form tag. This one. Okay, next one is in the form tag, you ask the user from value. So this is the code, and the output, this is the code. Okay, next one is how do we call function. So you just have to put the on-click syntax in the button. On-click syntax is not that hard, you just have to put on-click equals to the function name, like this one. Okay, this one. Okay, next one is how do the function got the value that was formed by the user. In the function, this is where the code that connect the value that was formed by the user and the function. Okay, we just have to declare a new variable. This one, discretion is this one. Okay, the next one is document dot form. This one is the form name. This one. Okay, and then the variable values. It's this one, gram tax. This one. So that's all. Now I'll show you how the output works. Okay, let's say we put 10 gram. Okay, and then we convert to kilogram, pound, and then we convert now. So this is the output. 10 gram is equal to 0.01 kg. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hey, hi guys, my name is Affiq, and continuing on from Ammar, I will now be explaining on how to use checkboxes in forms. First of all, what is a checkbox? A checkbox is a form element that allows users to select multiple options from a range of options. How do you create a checkbox is by using the HTML input tag, as highlighted here. Okay. After you have used the input tag type, you declare the type, which is a checkbox. You assign a name and assign a value. Now, as an example I've shown you, I've created a size checkbox, as you can see on the right here. Now, the benefit of using checkboxes is that you as a user are allowed to select multiple options regardless, while if you use a radio button, which can be seen here by the color, if you cannot pick more than one option. If you try to pick another option, it will delete the previous selection and put on the selected one as your correct selection. Now that is the benefit of using a checkbox compared to a radio button. And this is the size checkbox here is a regular checkbox. And now I'll be moving on how to use checkboxes using functions. Now moving on how to use functions to declare a checkbox. First thing you do, you put the checkbox inside a script tag. You create a script tag, sorry. Then you create two functions, one function called function check and another function called function uncheck. Right? Then you input in document.getElementById, name of your checkbox, which I have chosen as my check, and the check value 1 is true because when you check it you get a true value, when you uncheck it you get a false value. Now, after you have declared your functions, you can move on creating a button to assign the check function to, as seen as what I've highlighted here. When I've created a button that is check if delivery is required, and I've also added the on click feature, which basically means whenever the user clicks on check if delivery is required, it will check the checkbox, and the uncheck feature, which is whenever users click uncheck if delivery is not required, then it will uncheck the checkbox. So this is how you implement checkboxes using JavaScript inside a form. Thank you.
Hello, this is Adlil, and I'll be continuing on with from Ammar's and Affiq's bit, and I'll be explaining on how to make a function on a radio form. So what's a radio form? So a radio form is basically a form where you have multiple choices and you can only choose one. So for example, this is a radio form and you have multiple choices, right? So you can only choose one of those choices. So how do we make a function for the radio form? So basically we have to use the switch case and an or and if else statement. So why do we have to do this? So basically, if let's say a rose is 3 ringgit and a lily is 4 ringgit, we use the switch case or the if else statement to determine the price of the choices that you want to take. So this is an example of a switch case for the radio form, and this is how the output is. So basically, if I choose a rose and bouquet of roses with let's say 5 stalks, the amount would be $31.50. So yeah,